Hello, my name is Carlos Dimas. Today we'll be discussing the global history of disease, medicine, and public health during the 19th and early 20th century by comparing colonial Southeast Asia to post-colonial Latin America, with a focus on how nation builders utilized the body and the institutionalization of medicine as areas to build a nation and proper citizenship. As humans forcibly and willingly came into contact, lines of trade opened, forever connecting areas. Outside of the trade of goods and peoples, bacteria and knowledge systems flowed. The introduction of new bacteria destabilized the entire region. The arrival of smallpox and cholera and a host of other diseases had a massive impact on the native populations of Mesoamerica, while the arrival of bubonic plague to Southeast Asia in the early 20th century killed millions of people, leading to labor shortages, social destabilization, and leaving an indelible mark on the local society. Colonial nation builders, imbued with incipient forms of nationalism, eugenics, and pre-established notions of racial hierarchy, took epidemics as opportunities to establish foreign-controlled medical colleges. The Dutch in Indonesia, the French in Vietnam, and the Americans in the Philippines. In Argentina, Buenos Aires-based doctors at the University of Buenos Aires School of Medicine utilized French and German medical practice to mediate between the state and the massive immigrant population populating the port and interior. The curriculum taught in colonial medical schools imposed Western medical practices on local doctors and students. These doctors would then be sent out to their villages. The goal would be to create a division between local doctors and their native culture. Indeed, Western medicine was seen as a vehicle of civilization, while local medicine promoted barbarism. France was home to a variety of medical theories, one being degeneration theory. This theory held that in the late 19th century, Western civilization was slowly degenerating due to the growth of non-white races. The practice of Western medicine would seek to counteract this process. French theorist Michel Foucault noted in his work, Discipline and Punishment, and a History of Sexuality, that medical techniques and knowledge were one area that foreign invasion was advanced. This is evident in the schools of medicine that were established throughout the colonial world. Medical schools and the training of naval and medical doctors became spaces to advance Western civilization and to further subdue native practices. Medical doctors would be able to practice new medical techniques and be able to control the bodies of locals. During the mid-19th century, doctors discovered that the origins of disease was not miasmatic, or as in bad airs, but was bacteria that invaded a body. In order to curtail the spread of disease, medical nation builders viewed the body as fertile ground to build proper citizens and inculcate people into nationhood. Embedded within these discussions, ideas of race and racial hierarchy were prominent. During epidemics and situations requiring the involvement of health officials, doctors and nation builders established new ways in which to facilitate the state's ability to control the public and private space. In the Philippines, American officials sent out Filipino sanitary workers to monitor homes to ensure they complied with public health protocol. Dr. Barra's inoculation campaign throughout the Mekong Delta of Vietnam incorporated Vietnamese and peripheral regions to the mechanisms of colonial control. Bubonic plague in Java and Batavia witnessed Indonesian doctors entering homes of Indonesians in order to remove potential inhibitors of disease, sometimes spraying DDT and quarantine households. Indonesian and Philippine diseases promoted regulations of housing construction. The legal discourse of Argentina's liberal democratic government continually juxtaposed freedom and democracy to control, repression, and exclusion. Unhealthy peoples and bodies were potential threats to the state that could undermine their authority and national modernization project. Thus, institutions such as the National Department of Hygiene and Maritime Sanitation Corps were created in order to regulate incoming bodies and inject ideas of Argentinian nationhood into recent arrivals. Throughout the globe, medical officials and nation builders worked in tandem to build a colonial and post-colonial state. Medicine and public health became avenues in which to exercise power. Young professionals were incorporated to state institutions in order to spread state power down at the ground level. This is evident during epidemics, the suppression of local practices, inoculation campaigns, foreign medical curriculum, immigration control, and regulating intermixed children.